No one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not motivation, not the perfect opportunity, not some sudden wave of confidence that transforms you overnight. No one is coming. And when you fully accept that, something shifts inside you. You stop waiting. You stop hoping. You stop negotiating with your potential. You begin acting. Most people live in quiet expectation of rescue. They believe that one day everything will align. One day they will feel ready. One day they will finally become disciplined. One day they will have more time. But that day rarely arrives. Life does not organize itself around your comfort. It does not pause until you feel prepared. It keeps moving. And if you do not move with it, you remain exactly where you are. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius did not live in ideal conditions. He ruled during wars, political betrayal, and devastating plague. His world was unstable. Yet in his private writings, he constantly reminded himself that he had control over his mind, not outside events. He did not wait for chaos to disappear before mastering himself. He mastered himself in the middle of chaos. That is what strength looks like. You were not born to be rescued. You were born to be responsible. Responsibility for your body. Responsibility for your habits. Responsibility for your reactions. Responsibility for your standards. The uncomfortable truth is that if your life feels average, it is not because you are incapable. It is because you have accepted conditions that keep you average. And the moment you stop accepting them is the moment change begins. This is not about blame. It is about ownership. Ownership is power. If you created your current results through repeated choices, then you can create different results through different choices. But that requires honesty. It requires you to look at your routines, your distractions, your excuses, and admit that they are yours, not society's, not your past's, yours. As Epictetus taught, some things are within your control, and some are not. Your childhood is not in your control. Other people's opinions are not in your control. Random misfortune is not in your control. But your effort is. Your preparation is. Your discipline is. Your response is always yours. And that is enough. When you wake up in the morning, no one forces you to train. No one forces you to build your skills. No one forces you to read instead of scroll. No one forces you to hold your tongue instead of reacting emotionally. These are private decisions. Small, almost invisible choices repeated daily. But those invisible choices build visible outcomes. Most people want dramatic transformation. They want instant confidence. They want overnight success. But transformation is quiet. It is built in mornings, when you did not feel like getting up, but did anyway. It is built in workouts you finished when you wanted to quit. It is built in hours of focused work when no one was watching. It is built in moments when you stayed calm instead of exploding. Freedom is heavy. It means you cannot hide behind excuses. It means you cannot wait for external validation. It means that if you fail to act, you must face that reality. That weight is uncomfortable, but it is also what builds strength. Comfort makes you soft. Responsibility makes you sharp. Seneca wrote that we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Many of your fears are stories you repeat. You imagine rejection before you try. You imagine failure before you begin. You imagine embarrassment before you speak. These imagined outcomes paralyze you. But when you act despite them, you discover that most of your fear was illusion. No one is coming to fix your habits. No one is coming to discipline your mind. No one is coming to build your body. No one is coming to organize your future. If you do not take control of these areas, they will drift, and drift always leads downward. There is no neutral direction. Without intention, you decline. Look at your current life honestly. Your health reflects your daily choices. Your income reflects your skill level and effort. Your confidence reflects your kept promises. This is not cruelty. It is clarity. And clarity is powerful because it gives you a starting point. Imagine waking up with one simple belief. It is on me. Not in a negative way. Not in a self-hating way. In a powerful way. It is on me to improve. It is on me to learn. It is on me to train. It is on me to control my reactions. When you adopt this mindset, excuses lose their appeal. Complaining feels pointless. Blame becomes irrelevant. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect in action. When you keep your word to yourself, even in small ways, you build trust internally. When you say you will wake up at a certain time and you do, you strengthen identity. When you commit to training and you follow through, you reinforce character. Confidence is not loud. It is built from these quiet victories. There will be days when you feel tired. Days when progress feels slow. Days when you question whether any of it matters. That is normal. Growth is not glamorous. It is repetitive. It is structured. It is sometimes boring. But boredom is not the enemy. In fact, mastering boredom is what separates the disciplined from the distracted. You do not need to become extraordinary overnight. You need to become consistent. One better decision per day compounds. One extra page read per day compounds. One controlled reaction per day compounds. Months later, you look back and barely recognize yourself. Not because of one massive breakthrough, but because of hundreds of small, deliberate actions. The world will not applaud you in the beginning. No one will notice your early mornings. No one will celebrate your restraint. No one will reward your quiet focus. And that is why most people quit. They are addicted to recognition. But if no one is coming, then recognition cannot be the reason you act. You act because you choose to become better. One day, the external results will show. Your posture will change. Your body will change. Your voice will change. Your standards will change. People may ask what happened. They may think you got lucky. They will not see the mornings, the discipline, the restraint, the responsibility. But you will know. The truth is simple and hard at the same time. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to push you. No one is coming to demand your greatness. If you want strength, you must train. If you want skill, you must practice. If you want peace, you must control your mind. This is not depressing. It is liberating. Because if no one is coming, you do not have to wait. You do not need permission. You do not need ideal conditions. You do not need someone to believe in you first. You can begin now. And the moment you stop waiting for rescue is the moment you become responsible. The moment you become responsible is the moment you become powerful. And once you realize that you have always had the ability to shape your path, you will never look at your life the same way again.